What is up, Z Fighters? It's Manga Adventures, and today's What If was brought to me from my comments that I at first didn't think could do anything with, but after giving it some thought, I found it interesting. So, if you have any ideas, don't be afraid to comment below. I read all of them. And if you enjoy this scenario, make sure to like the video so I know you want more, but enough self-promotion. Let's jump right in. Now for context, I'm giving Kami the same ability as Guru to drop out the hidden potential or dormant power of an individual by placing his hand on their head. Also, similar to how Piccolo can't make the Dragon Balls, he also can't unlock potential. But when would this be used? Goku met Kami at the tail end of OG Dragon Ball and trained under him for 3 years to prepare for the battle with Piccolo Jr. Now, I don't think Goku would want his potential unlocked at this point. He would want to defeat Piccolo on his own since they are close in power. So events would play out the same. That is until the arrival of Raditz, who kidnaps Gohan and gives Goku a day to kill 100 people. But instead of teaming up with Piccolo, Goku instead goes to Kami and accepts the offer of getting his potential unlocked, an offer that was made back before the battle with Piccolo Jr. Kami has no reason to refuse since Raditz is a powerful threat to Earth. Now, how much stronger would Goku, who at this point, unweighted, is at a power level of 416? For this, we have to use Gohan and Krillin, the only two that got their potentials unlocked by Guru, as we know. We know from Dai 7, Krillin's power level was 1770 on Earth. And although Gohan's wasn't stated, he was able to defeat Krillin in image training on the way to Namek, even though Krillin has more experience than him. Whether that was because of the Zenkai after the Vegeta fight or the Saiyan's ability to close gaps in power, it's safe to say Gohan is around the same strength as Krillin at this point in the story. Let's just say 1800 to be safe. These numbers line up with Zarbon saying their power levels are about 1500. They may not have even needed to use their full strength to battle Frieza Gurants and stopped at 1500 as to not kill them. Anyway, they get their potential unlocked and the Dai 7 says against Recoome, Krillin's power level was at 13,000 and Gohan's is at 14,000, meaning they get anywhere between a 7 to 8 times initial power boost. So let's put Goku unweighted at 3,000 and weighted at 2,500. A newly powered up Goku is now ready to face Raditz, and when he comes close, Raditz thinks his scouter must be malfunctioning because Goku was just at a power level of 334 not even an hour ago. So he shrugs off the new number of 2,500 and is ready to teach his little brother a lesson, but in the blink of an eye, Goku is gone. Raditz looks around in shock to see where he went, only for his scouter to pick up he's behind him. Goku had completely ignored his older brother to get Gohan out of the space pod, and after making sure his son is okay, he sends him back home on the flying Nimbus. Raditz doesn't like being ignored and aims a ki blast at the fleeing Gohan, only for Goku to swat away the attack. Goku stares down his brother, telling him he can't beat him anymore, but Raditz takes this as him looking down on him and charges forward with a flurry of attacks, but Goku blocks them all with a single hand, showing no effort. Seeing his attacks aren't working, he lunges back and fires a Saturday Crush, laughing that his little brother shouldn't have underestimated him. But when the smoke clears, Goku doesn't even have a scratch on him. A single bead of sweat trickles down Raditz's face as Goku tells him he should realize their difference in strength now. Go and never come back. Raditz shouts, "How did you get so strong?" And Goku gives a disappointed look. This isn't a power I earned on my own, but I needed it to save Gohan. Although Goku was upset at himself, Raditz took that look as one of disrespect. He throws off his scouter, screaming, "I refuse to go back empty-handed. You brought this on yourself." Raditz holds out his arm, his power level drops, but in exchange, a ball of energy forms in his hand that he throws up, shouting, "Burst open and mix," slowly transforming into a great ape. He smirks at his little brother, asking who's stronger now before punching downward at him. Goku jumps up to dodge, but Raditz quickly swats him out the air with his tail. The great ape laughing that his little brother cut off the Saiyan's greatest weapon, their tails. Raditz goes in for another attack, but Goku uses the solar flare to blind him and tries charging a Kamehameha, but Raditz is able to recover in time to counter with a mouth blast before he can finish. Raditz then picks up a weakened Goku and slowly squeezes him, crushing his bones, payback for all the humiliation he was dealt, taking great joy in doing so. Though, on the sidelines, Piccolo is watching, having come just like in the original, but he knows that he is powerless to do anything. That is, until Kami communicates with him telepathically, telling him if he's able to cut off Raditz's tail, he'll return to normal and Goku can beat him. Piccolo mockingly thanks him, but wonders why should he cut off the tail now? Why not wait until Goku dies and then cut off the tail? Raditz, using the Power Ball, cut his strength by half. A well-timed ki attack could kill him. Although, if you unlock my potential like you did with Goku, I'll consider it. Kami is conflicted. If he does this, Piccolo could be as strong as Goku, but if he doesn't and Goku dies, Piccolo will still be the strongest on the planet if he kills Raditz. Although the choice is tough, he has faith Goku can stop him if he tries anything, so he agrees to the turn. Raditz, not expecting backup, gets his tail cut off by a surprise attack from Piccolo, reverting back to normal. Piccolo then charges an explosion demon wave, his ki shooting up to 900, enough to take out this weakened Raditz. Of course, the Saiyan doesn't know Piccolo's power level right now. He threw off his scouter, and Goku got a sudden jump in power, so maybe Piccolo is the same way. He can't sense ki, so he has no way to verify. So Raditz begs for his life, which falls on deaf ears for the former Demon King. But Goku steps in front of the blast, protecting his brother, and with a single glare, Piccolo backs off, scoffing that he held his end of the bargain before flying to the lookout. Raditz announces you all won't be high and mighty for long. My partners are even stronger than me, and we will return to get the secret to your increase in power in 1 year's time. He then takes this opportunity to race to his space pod and escape, grabbing his scouter on the way. Vegeta, who was listening in the whole time, is interested in how Kakarot got so strong and wants that power for himself. Though on the trip to space, Raditz couldn't help but remember Kakarot standing to protect him, reminding him a lot of their father. And as the Saiyan drifts further into space, the memories of his family come flooding in, including his mother and his newly born little brother. Would his parents want the two brothers to be fighting like this? These thoughts linger in the Saiyan's mind. Meanwhile, on Earth, the other Z Fighters gather to get Goku, and with a time limit in place, it's time to train under Kami in preparation. Now, the training with the Z Fighters would be like usual, except when they're done, they all get their potential unlocked by Kami. Their initial power levels would be Krillin 13,000, Tien 13,500, Chaozu 4,500, and Yamcha 11,000. But, as we know, the potential unlocked by Guru, or in this case Kami, slowly increases your power over time. We see this with Krillin, whose power level was 13,000 against Recoome, but then he was able to trade blows with Ginyu and Goku's body at 23,000, meaning he did get stronger. I'm not going to use V-Jump's power level of 75,000 because that same V-Jump said Vegeta was only at 250,000, which makes zero sense because he was going toe-to-toe with first form Frieza at 530,000 and even wanted him to transform knowing it would make him stronger. So with this information, I'm going to stop the power growth there, with Krillin at 23,000, Tien at 24,500, Chaozu at 8,000, and Yamcha at 20,000. Last but not least, we have Goku. I'll dive into why I put his power at what it is. Not only do I feel like he would get a Zenkai after getting crushed by Raditz, but thanks to Korn having 2 Senzu beans, as seen with the fight against Vegeta and Nappa, we have no idea how long they've been there, so I'm just going to assume they were there the whole time. So Goku can use one to heal instantly and would have the whole year to train. Motivated with the chance at fighting stronger opponents and making this unlocked power his own, Goku trains twice as hard. That is until the human Z fighters are done with their training and get their potential unlocked by Kami. Now using them as sparring partners in the last quarter of the year, I'm going to put Goku at 30,000. I think that's a good number to be at. If you think it should be higher or lower, please don't just say I'm wrong. Give a reason. I'd be happy to hear it. Now that we have all the power levels, we can continue the story. Vegeta, Nappa, and Raditz arrive on Earth, and the Z Fighters are there to face them, their keys concealed. Goku gives the trio a warning. Leave Earth, you can't beat me. Though Vegeta and Nappa laugh it off, Raditz seems to be the only one who's weary, taking the words more seriously. But all their expressions turn to genuine concern when Goku charges up his ki to the maximum of 30,000. Vegeta demands Raditz makes a power ball so his power level doesn't drop, but Raditz is hesitant. Maybe they don't have to fight. Maybe his brother is the legendary Super Saiyan. You see how strong he's getting? And they can work together to defeat Frieza. But Vegeta isn't having any of it and blasts Raditz away, the Saiyan's words being an agonizing brother. Vegeta then declares the only Super Saiyan will be him and demands Nappa makes the power ball instead. But before he could do anything, a furious Goku grabs Nappa by the hand. He was your friend, and you killed him like he was nothing. Nappa then proclaims Raditz was a weakling, and he should be proud he died at the hands of the prince, as he tries to pull away, but is unable to get free from Goku's grip, which is getting tighter with each word. Goku, in the blink of an eye, throws a punch that sends Nappa crashing into a mountain, leaving the brute unconscious, and then aims his sight on Vegeta. The prince refuses to be looked down on by a low-class warrior, and the two exchange blows. Now, I do believe this would be more of a one-sided fight, since Goku would be stronger than his Kaioken ×3 counterpart, but the battle would end the same way, with Vegeta furious he shed blood against this trash and no longer caring about the earth, aiming his Galick Gun downward. Goku counters with the Kamehameha, causing a beam struggle, but since he doesn't have Kaioken ×4, instead, Yamcha and Krillin stand side by side, firing their Kamehamehas at the same time, the three attacks merging together to form a giant beam that engulfs Vegeta. Though the prince survives the attack, now even more enraged, but much to everyone's surprise, a power ball was thrown in the air by none other than Nappa, who used the last of his strength to do so, passing out with a smile, saying, "None of you maggots will survive." Though what he wasn't expecting was that when Vegeta turned into a great ape, the first thing he did was step on an unconscious Nappa, calling him worthless for taking so long to do a simple task and allowing his prince to be harmed. With Nappa now dead, Great Ape Vegeta is all that remained, though the Z Fighters don't give up and actually have a plan for this moment. Goku and Yamcha fly around as a distraction, but are quickly caught by Vegeta, who didn't lose any speed after the transformation. Though Tien uses this opportunity to appear in front of Vegeta, and before the prince could fire a mouth beam, he uses a solar flare, blinding him. Meanwhile, this entire time, Krillin had gathered enough energy for a Destructo Disc, which cuts off Vegeta's tail, returning the prince to normal. Goku, still able to fight, tells the prince this battle is over. Vegeta, knowing he lost this fight, says he will return and kill everyone Goku loves before escaping in his pod. The group gathers to discuss on what they should do, and what Goku wants to do more than anything else is wish his brother back. He didn't seem like a bad person, and this Frieza guy he mentioned may be the root of what's going on. While everyone is hesitant, they do still trust Goku, and with the Dragon Balls already gathered just in case, they wish for Raditz to return. His brother is confused on what's going on, and they explain Shenron is a magic dragon who can grant any wish, and they use it to bring him back. Surprised but grateful, Raditz quickly crushes the new scouter he got, telling them if Frieza heard that, that this planet won't be safe for long. And this is where I'll end off. I can't wait for 20 people to tell me Goku should have a power level of like 100,000 after getting his potential unlocked, and not telling me why. Just bringing a smile to my face just thinking about it. Jokes aside, I enjoyed writing this story and can't wait to see what you guys think. And if you enjoyed it, like and comment below so I know you'll want a part 2. And before I forget, I know not everyone thinks Raditz can use the Powerball, but there's nothing to say he can't, and it's all how you interpret Vegeta saying only the greatest Saiyans can use the Powerball. If you think only he could do it, that's fine. I feel like it wouldn't change the story that much, but I feel like an attack that useful, every Saiyan with a power level above 1,000 can do it. But until next time, can't wait to see y'all in the comments.